I'm gonna put some music. Boy. Alright, welcome back to Dank Music Theory. Today we'll be going over meter and notes. Like quarter notes that look like this, and eighth notes that look like that, hopefully, and others. To start off, we'll be talking about the most familiar meter of all time, which is in 4/4. And what does this mean? Well, the bottom note is, yeah. Okay, so the bottom note is what note gets to beat. What gets beat. And the top note is how many beats of that are in the measure. So, number of beats. So, for example, there would be 4 quarter notes, these bad boys, per measure. 4/4 is known as simple meter, meaning it's either called duple, which would be like 2/4, because the top note, like duple meaning 2. 3/4 would be triple, since the top note is 3. And 4/4 would be quadruple. And all these are simple meters because the top note is either 2, 3, or 4. However, in some cases, you have something that we like to call compound meter, which is like anything like 6/4, 9/4, 12/4, and those are all, and we get those by, like for example, if you take 2/4, you multiply this times 3, and then you have 3/4, which would be times 3, which would be 9, to get those different values. Because this is duple, this is triple, and this is quadruple. Those are just technical terms. That's not really necessarily too helpful. It kind of is for actually identifying like how many groups of notes or in a measure, but besides that, it's not that. Okay, so this is how it all stems. We'll start with the big overall note, which is known as the whole note. And to subdivide that into 2, you get, boom, those are known as half notes. And if you subdivide each of those, you get quarter notes. And then if you subdivide those even further, you get eighth notes, and so on. And that's how the measurement of the music notation works in the United States, unlike in Britain when those quarrels and stuff. But you don't gotta worry about that because you're not in Great Britain, hopefully. If you are, you better get out because this is America. But anyways, to move back onto meter, I'll give you an example of something in 4/4. So let's say you have a measure that looks like this. Okay, so to count this, you'd be like 1N, 2N, so as you can see, this would be 1N, and this would be 2N, and then 3N, 4N. These are, and then usually in 4/4 you accent 2, and the 4. And then every other note is just the offbeat. We'll just keep it simple. So let's say you get 12-4 again. This one. 12-4. Don't have that. Oh. Boom. That's one measure. As you can see, or you can see that those are the 4 groups. And let's say you have one group here, and you got 2, 3, 4, because you got 3, 6, 9, 12. And I think that should be it. Oh, I just as a quick bonus, I will be going over syncopation, which is when you accent the beats that are usually accented. For example, if you have a thing in 2/4 and you have a rest, or wait, you have something like this. Excuse my terrible handwriting like usual, but for example, you would have this. Why do I always do that? Oh. Alright, so for example, this note would be on the offbeat because you'd be like 1 and 2 and wait, except for that's not supposed to be a note, and it's supposed to be a rest. There, because you're accenting. There. You're accenting the beat that is offbeat. And same thing with this one. You're going 1 and plus. There you go. Because you're accenting the offbeat again on that one. So syncopation is pretty much, just to be simple, is when you're accented the offbeats. And that can be that is popular in anything from jazz to like bossa nova and other styles where it's common to accent the beat. It is not supposed to be accented because it gives it style. Alright, that's it. Thank you.